Hey, Daily Dosers, this is Pastor Larry here again, and this week we've been taking a look at anger. And I want to finish it off by taking a look at anger from a completely different angle. And it's a kind of anger that is very prevalent in our culture and society today, pretty much everywhere, but you see it amplified and magnified in social media. And that is our tendency to take up the offense of other people. We see an injustice or we think of something is wrong and we become furious about it, incredibly angry at people out there, incredibly angry as we type up some response for social media. And the truth of the matter is we're really not involved in that situation. Now, the Bible's quite clear that when we see injustice, we're to step in and help. When we see people in need, we're supposed to come alongside them. We're to be good Samaritans, being the hands and feet of Jesus ministering to people. But what we are not to be is God, carrying out His judgment, carrying out His anger at the sins of others. I'm to patch up the consequences of the sins of others. I am not to play God casting out the fury. And I think you can see this kind of everywhere throughout our culture, this tendency to take up the offense of others. Listen to what Scripture says, Proverbs 26, verse 17. The person who rushes into a quarrel not their own, here's what it says. They are like someone who grabs a stray dog by his ears. Now, they didn't have pets back then in those days. The animals weren't domestic. These were wild, stray dogs. It would be today like I'm someone who says, oh, I'm going to go pick up a coyote by its ears and hold it. That would be a really bad day. That would be a really stupid thing to do. And Scripture says, when I take up the offense of others that is not my own offense, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I want to reiterate and make sure you do get what I said earlier, and that is, yes, we're to help the downtrodden. We're to step into situations of injustice. We're to be full of mercy. We're to be good Samaritans. We're to be all of those things. But we are not called to be angry, vengeful, spouting out condemnation because we've taken up the offense of another. That is a sin of our culture. And we're so surrounded by it, many of us as Jesus followers don't even realize that it's the sin of the culture and it's not the plan of Scripture. You'll be a lot less angry if you deal with the things that are right in front of you and you give mercy to the broken things that are all around you. Let's follow God's way. Let's let Him be the jury, the judge, and the executioner.